Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Kása Ferenc, and I was requested to talk to you about Hungary's artificial AI strategy. We will talk about two topics today. The first is the importance of AI and the technology itself, and the second is the national AI strategy of Hungary. Why is AI important, and why is everybody talking about it nowadays? There is a clear economical potential in the technology itself, and every single market and every single country in the globe noticed it by now. Based upon conservative estimations, till 2030, depending on investment size, the economical growth in the Hungarian GDP can range between 2 to 14,000 billion Hungarian forints, which means that nearly each year 1% of the GDP will grow by 2030. But what is AI? What does artificial intelligence mean? The basics of AI can be divided into three major topics. The first is the understanding data. The second is learning and experience this data. And the third one is independent decision making. AI, basically what AI does is understand the data it is fed. It learns based upon this data, based upon the indicators and the algorithms it is functioning upon. And at the end of the day, it will make independent decisions based upon this experience and the data it learned. Advanced usage of machine learning is divided into two major groups: processing of unstructured data and processing of structured data. Processing of unstructured data is completely natural for human beings. Basically what it means is that we process what we see, we process what we hear, and we are capable of natural lingual processing. Processing of structured data is an experience learned by humans. It basically means that we are capable upon experience and learning experience to predict certain circumstances, to conduct comparative analysis, and to find the optimal solution based upon research and to control processes. This, however, is completely easy and natural for machines because based upon the immense amount of data, they are capable to make quick decisions within a short period of time. Hungary's artificial intelligence strategy is the crown jewel and the end result of the work of the AI coalition. The final draft version of the strategy was completed after 12 months of hard work in spring 2020, which afterwards was discussed between the ministries. Nonetheless, every single ministry had the opportunity to suggest modifications regarding the respective fields. Hungary's artificial intelligence strategy consists of three main layers. The first layer are 6 widespread founding pillars divided based upon the life cycle and major goals within the AI world chain and also the regulatory framework, where 3 pillars are connected to each other. The second layer are the sector and technological focus areas. The main goal was here to focus on Hungary's industrial and technological strengths, where governmental intervention can invoke additional economical growth. The third layer are the transformative programs. These are short-term projects which can conduct an end result within 2 to 3 years and have a clear product at the end of the day. The funding pillars relate to each other in two major groups. The first is the research development and the innovation life cycle based upon the priority industries, invoking AI application adaptation and triggering the data economy. The second are the framework pillars, which are basically guiding the whole strategy throughout its lifespan. These are the regulatory and ethical frameworks, the infrastructure development as a general goal, and the preparation of society and competence development. Triggering the data economy is one of the most important founding pillars within the strategy. There are 3 main goals of the founding pillars: short-term goals, framework developments, and long-term goals. Short-term goals are to make data available for the secondary usage and promote the secondary usage. The framework developments is to make the private and public sector prepared properly to gain from this secondary data usage. On the long term, it is important to involve the citizens toward the transformative programs and the sectoral focus via data wallet and personalized services, and to establish a sustainable circular data economy. The general goals of the pillar is to map the road towards the EU data markets and to have a solid ground for the Hungarian data market and kickstart the data trade. 2 major portals and platforms will help the country to achieve these goals. The first one is the public data portal, which will be guided by the National Data Asset Agency, and the second one is the private data market platform, which will be guided by the data asset regulatory framework and have GDPR compatible recommendations available. One of the most important transformative programs is the data wallet and the personalized data services. The data wallet has two major goals. The first is to make citizens available to commercially use their data, and the second one is to provide public services to the citizens directly from the public sector. Personal assistant prioritizing personal interests, personalized bank and insurance offers, personalized home IoT services, personalized career and educational path, and also personalized medicine and healthcare services are one of the major goals which the public sector will follow. Alright, so one of the main goals of the Hungarian AI strategy is to actually promote AI application adaptation between both the public and the private sector, and one of the main tasks is to actually promote the SME sector to implement supportive measures like promoting basic AI toolkits, competences regarding of the understanding of the technology itself, and also to make AI specific trainers available, a whole network across the country. That is one of the main tasks that lays ahead of the Hungarian government in the upcoming years. Tending towards the public sector, there's a little bit of difference compared to the SMEs. Like the public sector have specific services based upon their task and also their network competences. Like promoting service automations towards public customers, have predictive maintenance, have a database control mechanism implemented which can basically prognose the various menus and also promote these public services towards the citizens. Also, one of the main tasks is to promote cybersecurity usage and have a clear focus from the governmental part towards the cybersecurity toolkits. There are 6 general measures which will be implemented. These are spreading the research culture, AI experimentation centers, allowing market and broker functions, special financing till participants can reach proof of concepts, have advisors and AI trainers and the whole network ready towards the citizens and also the public sector, and have cooperation with industry and expert groups. Among the general goals of the Hungarian AI strategy, triggering the data economy is one of the most important founding pillars. Data collection, trade, secondary usage shall be cautious, interested and framed. We develop together, we build research synergies, prioritize technology developers and innovators based upon national and EU cooperations. The widespread usage. We inspire unique approaches and solutions, promote experimentations to make already proved technology available. To promote human-centric AI. We make it possible for current and future generations to live with the possibilities and, if needed, to follow new paths to prosper. Stable and approachable infrastructure. We will create the basics for the infrastructure of the future, which will serve as a starting line for RD&I ambitions. Trustworthy and frame usage. We create a legal and control framework to enable the responsible and human-centric exploitation of the possibilities provided by the technology. We created sector-specific goals in order to enable a more knowledgeable, intense place in the global value chain. Manufacturing. AI-controlled smart production on the SME level and multinational level, new business models and unique service approaches, environmental conscious technologies. Healthcare. Developing the available healthcare data pool of Hungary is of importance, and to make it more efficient and increase the efficiency of the usage of the data pool. Agriculture. Achieving and promoting digitized agricultural solutions in synergy with AI developments. Mobility. Making Hungary the center of the AI-driven mobility industry and key pilot area. Logistics. Comprehensive AI dissemination and education in regard of the logistics industry, developing logistic industry-specific data assets and allowing, promoting integrated usage of the AI applications is one of the main value chain options. The energy industry. The usage of the data available in the energy sector and user-based services based upon these datasets are one of the key goals of the highlighted areas. The transformative programs of the Hungarian AI strategy. These are the short-term goals defined, which can be completed within 2 or 3 years and have a clear end goal and end result as a product. Introducing autonomous transportation systems. Creating the proper regulatory framework and infrastructure required by autonomous driving is a key area and a key indicator and also a main task of the Hungarian government. Energy network optimization. optimizing the current energy network, introducing new efficiency, increasing AI solutions, towards a carbon neutral energy production as soon as possible. The data wallet and personalized data services, giving citizens full control regarding their personal data so they can decide who has access to their data and what are they allowed to do with the data, giving the opportunity to directly profit of such usage. Automated service in Hungarian language. R&D of the Hungarian language as automated customer service language and widespread deployment in both the public and private sector. AI-supported personal competence development. Personalized educational support, advice and support to our students with a clear career options towards data science and AI science. Thank you for your attention. Wishing you a wonderful day from Hungary. Goodbye.